Hello everyone, this is Kingrats here. Welcome back to the channel guys, and welcome to part 2 of the most traded players in NHL history. As I had in part 1, I will be discussing 3 NHL players who have completed their NHL careers and are in the history books for some of the most traded players in the history of the NHL. Number 1, we have Jeff Norton. Jeff Norton played from 1984 to 2002, a very lengthy NHL playing career. He was drafted 62nd overall by the New York Islanders in the 1984 entry draft. His career saw him play with a multitude of teams. In total, he got traded 8 times in his career. Most notably, he was traded twice in the year 1998, and I'm not talking seasons, I'm talking the calendar year. And interestingly enough, he was either traded by or traded to the same team, that being the San Jose Sharks. In total, he played for the New York Islanders, the San Jose Sharks, the St. Louis Blues, the Edmonton Oilers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Florida Panthers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and last but not least, the Boston Bruins. His career numbers aren't very impressive. He played in 799 NHL games. He only recorded 52 goals and 384 points in total for his career, alongside of 615 penalty minutes. He also played in 65 career playoff games where he recorded just 25 points. His numbers, if you dissected them even further, according to HockeyDB.com, his career high in points was just 50, and he never reached that mark again in his career. And that was in 1993, by the way, and never played anything more than 69 games for a season. Number 2, we have Mathieu Schneider. Schneider played from 1986 until 2010, so he is the longest tenured player in this video. First drafted by the Montreal Canadiens in 1987's NHL entry draft, being drafted 44th overall by Montreal, and he spent a good chunk of time of his career with the Canadiens organization. He did win the Stanley Cup in 1993, minimal role in that year's cup run, but he did have a significant amount of success at the NHL level that year. In total, he was traded 7 times in his career. In some cases, they were blockbuster trades. So, for example, he was involved in the trade that saw Wendell Clark return to the Toronto Maple Leafs by the New York Islanders. He played with the Montreal Canadiens, the New York Islanders, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the New York Rangers, the LA Kings, the Detroit Red Wings, the Anaheim Ducks, the Atlanta Thrashers, the Vancouver Canucks, and last but not least, the Phoenix Coyotes. It should also be noted that he was drafted by the Columbus Blue Jackets in the 2000 NHL expansion draft, but he never actually signed with Columbus and instead actually signed with the LA Kings, which explains why he actually played in LA in the first place. His career numbers are also very impressive for his career. He played in 1,289 professional games in the NHL level. He recorded 223 goals along with 520 assists for 743 points, alongside of 1,245 penalty minutes. In the playoffs, he played in 114 games where he recorded 54 points and 155 penalty minutes. Last but not least, we have Mike Sillinger. So Mike Sillinger's career goes from 1987 until 2009. He was drafted in 1989's NHL draft by the Detroit Red Wings, 11th overall, coming from the Regina Pats of the WHL. He holds the NHL record for most trades in a single playing career, having been traded 10 times overall. Most notably, he was traded twice on the same day in 2003. He played for the Detroit Red Wings, the Anaheim Ducks, the Vancouver Canucks, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Florida Panthers, the Ottawa Senators, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Phoenix Coyotes, the St. Louis Blues, Nashville Predators, and last but not least, the New York Islanders. Most notably, out of the 12 NHL teams that he had played for, he only played a full campaign in the NHL for 4 of them, that being the Detroit Red Wings, the Vancouver Canucks, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the New York Islanders. In addition, his career did bring some form of success, but this was mostly in the minor league level. Most notably, in 1992, he did win the Calder Cup with the Adirondack Red Wings, which was the AHL affiliate for the Detroit Red Wings. He was a rookie, and he actually led all players in points that season. His totals for his career aren't super impressive, but there were some notable feats. He played in 1,049 NHL games, recording 240 goals and 308 assists for 548 points and 644 penalty minutes to boot. And in the playoffs, he played in 43 games and recorded 18 points. So that's all I got. Thank you again so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this one. It helps me get through on YouTube's algorithm. And I will see you all in my next video.